coming up.
To me, it's more of a flexitarian dish than a vegan dish.
Thanksgiving is near and we're ready with a plant-based option with all of your favorite T-Day flavors. Professor Produce propagates positive pumpkin propaganda and will help you prepare for the air with important travel info at FLL. If you think back pain is a pain in the butt, you're right. I'll show you which glute muscle can improve back and hip discomfort. All of that and more is today on SoFlo Health. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie and Thanksgiving is coming up this Thursday, which is wonderful for not our diets, but just for the holiday season beginning. We want to get outside and get moving because there's a lot of calories to consume later on this week. Now, we are in the Woodmont natural area. We love natural areas here in South Florida because what that means is all of this vegetation was here before we were here. Well, maybe not necessarily these exact trees, but these are all local Florida species. And if you want to learn more about them along this particular path, they have what they call their interpretive signage, which means that you can take your phone, bring up your camera, point it at the QR code, and learn about something at each sign. Here, it's ferns. We're at the fitness zone in Markham Park, and guess what? I'm not a personal trainer, but you knew that already. We spent a lot of time on SoFlo Health with many personal trainers, chiropractors, doctors, and people of all sorts helping us stay healthier and in alignment. A common theme that I hear, but we've never really put together, is how to properly squat and how to strengthen the muscles that help you squat if you're having a problem doing so. The first part is that you want to have your ankles in line with your knees, in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders. But a common problem for people is when they go to squat, their knees collapse. Why do our knees collapse? It's because we have weak abductors, not to be confused with adductors. Abductors, AB, are on the outside of your hips, around your glute, and a little bit down your leg here. Let's show you how to strengthen those muscles around your hips and your glute medius, which is just the smaller part of your gluteus maximus. You're gonna come into a squat. You'll already feel when you get down here, that's where your knees are gonna wanna buckle if you're a little bit weaker here, and you'll start to feel your glutes firing up a little bit. Take a step out and then a step in. Don't start moving the lagging leg until you've planted the other one, you're stable, and you're ready to bring it in. Now, like I said, you can do that without a mini band. I'm going to add one. Bring them just above your knees. Come down, and now you're going to get a cue to push your knees out. While I have this mini band around my knees, I'm gonna go down onto the ground and show you how to do what's called the clam shell. Simply lay on your side. You're gonna open up your legs and close. The big focus here is to not let your leg come off the ground and that you want to take this knee to about a 90-degree angle and then come down. Make sure to balance all these exercises out because you're only working in the direction that you're moving. Again, knees together, ankles together, and kind of use your heels as hinges. So why is this important? Well, it's something that I would see on workout programs for myself. Didn't think about it a whole lot and said, nah, I'll focus on the squats, the deadlifts, and all the big movements. Well, when you're sitting down a lot, these muscles aren't really doing anything. If you're somebody that's pretty experienced or even starting to get the hang of things and you want a little extra exercise to help work out your glutes and keep your squat strong and your hips in alignment, try some abduction moves. Not adduction, abduction. South Florida is home to hundreds of parks. Doesn't matter if you're downtown or in the suburbs, there has to be an area nearby that you can go for a nice walk. So there's no excuse. You can't tell me, oh, I don't have a nice place to walk, because whether it's a natural area, a major park near you, or you're downtown and you check out something like the Underline, there's a nice place to go for a walk. Here on SoFlo Health, we love to look after your health, but we also want to make sure that you're covered when you're in need. Fortunately for you, we have Dr. Amin, Chief Medical Officer of Oscar Health with us today. Dr. Amin, good to see you.
Hi, Hunter. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and want to say hello to everybody watching out there.
Now, tell me, why is it important to have good health insurance, especially at this time?
Getting the right preventative care, getting your regular checkups and physicals is vital to your health longevity. And if you're healthy, you want to stay that way. And even if you have a perfect bill of health today, life is unpredictable. And you should make sure that you have the health insurance that you need, and that health insurance is giving you real access to care. I'd also say that people who have chronic conditions, you want to make sure you're not delaying your care and are making sure that you're taking care of yourself early on with those chronic conditions.
And these are all things that you take care of at Oscar. Now tell us, what is Oscar?
Oscar is a health insurance company that's been around since 2012. We're helping over 560,000 members across the country get access to great care that costs less. We've also cultivated a significant amount of trust, and we facilitated unparalleled member experience with our patients. Our member satisfaction is through the roof. Average insurer is sitting around a 3 on most of these member satisfaction rates. Ours is a 40.
Wow. Well, besides your member satisfaction, what sets you apart from other insurance companies?
Well, I appreciate you asking that, Hunter. I would say when we built Oscar, we set out to create the kind of health insurance company that we want for ourselves. We want an insurance company for you that behaves like you have a doctor in the family. And we offer a different kind of health insurance experience, one that's completely focused on our members. We know that healthcare is incredibly personal, and it's unique to the individual, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. And that's why we customize our offerings and services to best fit your needs. As an Oscar member, you're not just a number to us. It's personal, and we are there for you in your time of greatest need, and also to keep you healthy.
Yeah, and healthcare can be stressful enough, and you're making it easier on people, not only by having a wonderful customer experience, but also helping them get the care that they need at a lower cost.
Exactly.
All right, well, is there anything else you'd like to add before I let you go?
The only thing I would say is everybody stay safe out there and make sure you get covered.
All right, well, Dr. Amin, thank you so much for your time.
It's great to meet you, Hunter, and thank you everybody for watching.
Good to meet you too. After the break, Professor Produce is back with pumpkins. No spice, just pumpkins when SoFlo Health returns.
Focusing on you. From your team of experts at Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center, South Florida's only National Cancer Institute designated cancer center.
After a year of searching for answers, 37-year-old Wendy Reyes received a shocking diagnosis.
You have lung cancer.
Her nagging cough was a symptom of a rare type of lung cancer called RET fusion. Dr. Estela Mari Rodriguez, a thoracic oncologist at Sylvester, says they're seeing a rise in this genetic mutation in younger women who have never smoked.
Pollution may play a role, radon may play a role, but we also feel that perhaps younger women may be more susceptible to things in the environment that are triggering genetic changes.
Dr. Rodriguez says the good news is there are therapies available now that target these genetic mutations.
You could diagnose each mutation for each patient and then precisely offer a new drug for each patient based on that genetic abnormality.
Sylvester, an NCI-designated cancer center, studied a new drug that specifically targets Wendy's type of tumor.
The drug that we tested in the ARROW trial, called Praseltinib, is an oral once-a-day medication that is an inhibitor of this genetic change.
Patients did so well on the drug, the FDA fast-tracked its approval.
I was not able to even walk half a block without gasping for air. So now I cannot feel normally, not playing with my kids. They care about you.
This is a South Florida Slash Pine. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and we're going for a walk in the Woodmont Natural area pre-Thanksgiving to get a little extra calorie burn in before the big meal. Now, what makes these pine trees special to South Florida is because they're everywhere. You've probably seen them, whether it's here, Tropical Park, or just driving on the road. They live up to 200 years, and they grow up to 100 feet tall, and that makes them popular nesting grounds for bald eagles, horned owls, or hawks. Plenty of other bird wildlife, but I don't see any right now, so we're gonna keep walking. Professor Produce here, and we're outside today because the weather is beautiful, and it's mostly not hot, sticky, or raining, and we love that about November. And do you know what we're going to talk about this November? Oh, jeez, it's a little farther than I thought. Help me out here, Zach. Thanks, Zach. We're talking about oranges. What do you mean they aren't oranges? Pumpkins? But they're orange. So today we're talking about pumpkins. You carve them up in October, you cut them up and put them in a pie for Thanksgiving, and you forget about them in December. And that's a shame. We should be eating them year-round. Why? 1 cup of cooked pumpkins has all of these impressive ingredients in just under 50 calories. That same cup of cooked pumpkin contains 245% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin A. How about that, eh? And all this orange-colored skin means that it should be named an orange. It also means it's high in beta-carotene, like a carrot. And like carrots, pumpkins are linked to strong eyesight as your body ages. Want to eat more and lose weight? Pumpkins are great for that. Pumpkins are a weight loss friendly food. And that's because they're high in fiber, and all of that extra fiber is linked to curbing appetite. Well, guess what? Pumpkins act as a natural sunblock because they're loaded with vitamin C, E, lutein, and zeaxanthin, which helps take care of your outside by putting pumpkins on the inside. But I mean, Professor Produce. If it's so good for you, isn't it just awful to eat? Au contraire, mon frère. Pumpkin is delicious, versatile, and easy to add to your diet. It makes a nice addition to custards, pies, and pancakes, but also savory dishes like roasted vegetables, soups, and pastas. Just be careful of the super sweet pumpkin spice everything, because that's candy, and I'm Professor Produce, not Professor Parfait, or pastry, or probably not very good for you. So this year, instead of just adding pumpkin to your table setting, try adding it to your plate. All right, let's get this table setting out of here. You may have heard me say Woodmont Natural Area and thought to yourself, okay, guy, just call it a park. Well, a natural area generally is different. What's so different about it? When you hear natural area or preserve, that means that this area has not been developed before. Well, obviously, they put this path in here, but the rest of the land hasn't been developed. Why is that special? Because this is what Florida used to look like before we got here and built South Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and everything else you know as South Florida.
SoFlo Health's Healthy Travels, sponsored by GBG Travel.
South Florida, it is holiday travel season, and we've got all the answers to every one of your questions that you might have before heading to the airport. My mask is on, my bag is packed. Let's go. Hi everyone, I'm Jenna Mark here at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with Arlene Satchel. Arlene, thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here, Jenna.
As you can all see and hear behind us, the planes are arriving because it is officially holiday travel season. So Arlene, what can our viewers know before coming to the airport for their travels?
A few fundamental travel planning tips would be, first off, because they are coming to an airport, then face masks are definitely required to be worn inside the terminals as well as on board the planes. Secondly, where we're standing, we're right across from our parking garages, and those typically get pretty full during the holiday season. Prepare enough time in advance for you to find a spot and then get to your flight on time.
So we all know before COVID, the lines during the holiday travel season, the amount of people that are in the airport are a lot, and you've got to pack your patience. That's something we always tell people. But now, given everything with COVID, what more do people need to understand before coming?
I agree. Definitely we advise passengers to be kind to one another during this season, because it will be busy. You will have people around you, and sometimes, perhaps on top of you, so to speak, just trying to get where they want to go. And if everybody's kind and thoughtful in that process, it'll make it that much easier.
What would your best advice be to anybody watching this at home that's going to come here and get on a plane soon?
The holidays are a happy time, so remember that as you travel through the airport. I mentioned being kind. Yes, being kind to your fellow travelers as well as the employees. pack your patience, because definitely this is a busy time and there will be people, there will be activity in the terminal. So again, travel with a conscience basically, and be kind to your fellow passengers.
All right, I'm here early, my mask is on, I'm ready to go. Happy holidays, South Florida, and safe travels.
SoFlo Health's Healthy Travels, sponsored by GBG Travel.
Coming up, if you love Thanksgiving flavors but you're trying to stay plant-based, Chef Robin here has you covered on SoFlo Health. This tree has knees. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and we're taking a walk through the Woodmont Natural Area. And earlier, I showed you can take your phone and scan QR codes along the path to learn more about the flora and the fauna, and this tree really does have knees. Take a look. That right there is considered the knee of this cypress tree because it kind of looks like a knee. Those roots grow that way to stay out of the muck during the rainy seasons, and this tree can live to be up to 500 years old. That's a pretty long time. That's probably why it's so wise. Fall is here, so you know what that means. It's benefit season, and that includes Medicare. Today I'm joined remotely by Dunya Grijalba, President in Florida of Devoted Health, and Sandra Ochoa, Vice President of Member Engagement at Kennel Health. Dunya, let's start with you. Tell me about Devoted Health.
So yes, at Devoted Health, we are on a mission to make healthcare better for Medicare beneficiaries. We offer Medicare Advantage plans that are affordable, easy to use, and packed with extras to help you feel your best.
And Sandra, what can you tell us about Kennel Health?
Kennel Health are primary care clinics, and we work with healthcare plans like Devoted Health to provide superior services.
Dunya, what kind of benefits can people expect from Devoted Health Medicare Advantage plans?
Our plans cover all the benefits of original Medicare. Plus, they're packed with extra benefits to keep our members feeling their best. Our plans start at just $0 a month, so you get all these benefits at a price you can afford. And many include free dental care that covers not just routine cleanings, but gives you $2,000 to spend on comprehensive care like fillings, dentures, and more. You can get a free medical alert device, and you'll have your choice of device. We're even offering jewelry-style devices like watches and necklaces. And if you qualify, you can even get $75 a month to spend on groceries every month.
And Sandra, what kind of services can people expect from Kennel Health?
Our office offers a number of services that make it easy for our patients to get the care they need. We have physiotherapy, pharmacy, courtesy transportation, dental services.
If people would like to learn more about Devoted Health and Kennel Health, how can they?
Well, if you're interested in learning more about our plans, call the Devoted Health team at 1-800-299-4125. Medicare's annual enrollment period is happening right now. That means if you like what you get with our plans, you can switch plans today.
If you want to learn more about Kennel Health, call 1-800-202-6968 or visit kennelhealth.com. We proudly accept Devoted Health Medicare Advantage plans at our office, and we are open to new patients.
And thank you both for being here with us today.
Thank you, Hunter.
Thank you for having me.
If you do decide to visit a natural area like this one, keep an eye out for some wildlife that you might not see on a regular basis. Because this area is untouched, there are some plants here that aren't very common throughout the rest of developed South Florida, and that attracts certain wildlife like the horned owl, pileated woodpeckers, or the cloudless sulfur butterfly, among others, and, blue jays and squirrels. We're inside of Casa Sensei in Fort Lauderdale, right on Las Olas, and I'm joined by Chef Robin of Pow. Robin, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
We have a pot pie in front of us, but there's something special about it.
It is a Pow Pot Pie.
Pow Pot Pie. What is Pow?
Pow is our plant-based protein. It consists of soy, salt, and water. 3 ingredients, the most cleanest meat alternate on the planet.
Wow, that's what we like to hear. And this is a great option for Thanksgiving. What went into this?
So what went into this was a lot of love. So we have of course, our pie dough on the bottom. I traditionally make it like a traditional pot pie. To me, it's more of a flexitarian dish than a vegan dish. Pow is just a meat substitute, meat alternate, and it's just about creating food.
Yeah.
So I'm just creating a dish. That's all I'm creating, it's a dish.
Sure.
I'm creating a Pow Pot Pie, and I sauteed some onions, some garlic for the aromatics, bay leaves, carrots, mushrooms are in here, as well as our Pow.
Right, and for people at home that might have a family member that's either vegetarian, vegan, or just needs some other options that aren't the traditional turkey, stuffing, the ham, the whole thing, this is a great Thanksgiving-y feel.
Correct.
That's a technical term, I believe, Thanksgiving-y, without the meat.
Of course, you always have one in every family, sometimes now two, now three with all the special dietarics out there. So right here, it's the special ones.
Perfect. I'm going to just crack right into here and get a little of everything, hopefully. Perfect. And I'm gonna get a taste. Oh yeah.
Money, right?
Mm-hmm. That is so Thanksgiving.
Right? Thanksgiving in one plate.
Yeah, and that's, I really like dishes that kind of have a little bit of everything in one. A lot of people like to separate their food and kind of keep everything not touching. I like to just throw it all in a pot or a pot pie, and that's absolutely delicious. It's nice and warming, and it has that traditional pot pie feel, and I can't even tell the difference if it's chicken, if it's Pow, and I think that's what people love about meat substitutes like Pow.
Yes.
And it's soy. What would you say separates it from tofu?
Definitely what separates us from tofu is definitely soy, salt, and water, some base ingredients, and we have texture. Tofu is a little bit too soft for me. So with our plant-based protein, our Pow, we're able to mimic any kind of, more like the dark meat of chicken. Pow is not only for vegans, vegetarians, it's for the world. That's why we have people in our world, it's what we stand for.
Robin, thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and we're finishing up our walk through the Woodmont Natural Area, where we learned quite a bit about the local flora and fauna, and we got a little extra calorie burn in before Thanksgiving this coming Thursday. One last thing. Did you know that pine cones and pine trees are edible? Well, they are. In fact, the majority of the pine tree is edible, except for the outer layer. But now that I think about it, Thanksgiving's coming up, Publix is just around the corner, so I'll stick to that. Elena Capra, host of SoFlo Home Project and design expert, has a great show for you later today. Hey, Elena, what's going on?
Hi, Hunter. Happy early Thanksgiving. So what I love about this holiday is, of course, setting up a beautiful table to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner. Coming up later today on SoFlo Home Project, we are going to show you how to do exactly that with lots of great tips on creating the perfect holiday decor.
Thanks, Elena. We'll be watching. And as always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health on SoFloHealth.com. You can follow us using @SoFlo Health to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. And until next week, it's goodbye and good health. Next week on SoFlo Health, we'll recover from Thanksgiving with bread that may help you lose weight and the perfect healthy snacks for kids and adults alike. We'll see you then.